how would Tate and I perform at the Champions US Open, Champions Tour US Open? We're fortunate enough, Broadmoor had us out here. We're able to play holes 16, 17, and 18. We're gonna walk you through hole by hole, show you how we did, tell you what the danger is and how difficult this golf course is playing today.
And then we're gonna watch them hit it and play it and see just how much better of ball strikers, how much better they can score.
So I'm not saying like these guys have it easy, but how much better would you shoot now that we're out of the practice round and kind of getting more insight? This is my first time watching a practice round. That guy around the green was practicing real chips.
Yeah.
Like he had a bucket of balls right there.
Green side.
Like, and it's like, all right, if I'm in this spot, this is the way this green is gonna break. Like when we practice chipping on the driving range, it's not the actual hole.
Right.
So how much is that going to lower your strokes when you get to go out beforehand and literally practice? All right, if I'm short-sided
for 2 or 3 days.
Do.
Yeah,
it has to help.
I mean, it's probably 8 to 10 stroke advantage. Trev, you think that's fair?
Over 4 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple strokes a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know exactly what that chip's going to do if you end up in that spot.
Great swing.
Yeah, so they really striped it there.
That second guy just flushed an 8-iron with a draw, and look at that pin high.
Thing is, it doesn't really matter how good your tee shots are here. That's not true. It does matter, but what matters is where you're at on the green. If you're above the hole or below the hole, that can make or break the whole hole, basically.
Look at those 2 putts, Trevor, and walk me through both of those putts.
The guy on the right's in much better shape. He's up above or below the hole, can be aggressive with his putt here. And guy on the left here, that thing's gonna be snapping down that hill. The pin location might be high enough where it's not gonna be an issue.
This green looks really flat, but everything goes so fast away from the mountains. So the yellow ball, that's what, 15, 12 feet above the hole?
Yeah.
That's gonna be brutally fast on these greens today, through the weekend.
See it just gaining speed? Look at it, just won't stop.
That moved probably 6 feet.
I mean, he babied that thing.
Left to right. Oh, he parred it. It's a good par from there.
See, but when you're stuck down in here, this is the death zone right here. Especially if you're left of the pin and you got to chip down this hill, there's no stopping the ball. So if anything, you want to miss right.
Chipping and putting towards the mountain. That's the main goal, is you want to be going up towards the mountain, because then you're into the slope. You can be more aggressive. When you're putting down from it, you're literally just kissing it. Gone. Kiss it goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah, that was good. I'm proud of myself for that one. All right, this is for the bird. See how hard he hit that?
Mm-hmm. See, he's got a fake hole down here. Look at this.
Missed them both left.
See how far past the hole he is?
2 greens in regulation, 2 pars. That's a good par from 180 yards out with the elevation change. These guys are doing a lot of numbers. So that's 2 pars. That's 2 good shots. 2 putts. Now let's see how we did. Back to the tee. Straight down the hill, par 3. 151's the number. People are ready to see somebody seeking pins. So I'm just gonna imagine there's people there watching. Good strike. You can see my fresh Sharpie. Whew. Great shot, brother.
Couple of GIRs.
All we need is a couple of 3 putts. Okay, first hole is gorgeous. I like little short par 3s. Tucked pin.
Yeah, it definitely has like a lot of character here.
Yeah.
Pretty much grew up here, never been down here. It's crazy.
It's gonna break quite a bit.
A lot of undulation, Tate.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna play this at the flag shadow. So it's probably playing about 6 feet of break, 7 feet of break.
Did you just say you're gonna play at the flag shadow and then I moved the flag?
Yeah, you took it right out.
Took your aiming spot? Slow down. I told you they're quick.
Holy cow.
Hey, this is US Open. You can't be just joking around like that. I'm going way high here.
That was just so bad too.
That's fat. I mean, it's not as bad as yours.
No, but you got a read on mine.
Always gotta one up me. Always.
Oh.
Bogey.
What did I say? I said 3-putt. Stay up, you dog.
Boy.
What did I say on the tee box?
Breaks.
Said a couple of 3-putts now.
I think that's where these tour style courses are gonna get you more than anything, is gonna be on the greens.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a nicer green than we're used to playing.
You can adjust to the distance, but figuring out how to putt, that's gonna be a little harder.
So hit the tee shot, hit the green. Unfortunately, 3-putt. That green, all the greens here are brutal if you're above the hole. So bogey, double bogey. But you know what you do? You take your medicine. On to 17. Par 5 for us, par 4 for these guys. Great swing. Stuart Sink just bombed that. Like, he's obviously a stick. Always, he's been a stick for decades. That's crazy. All right, so par 5 here for us, for normal walk-on golfers. For the tournament, it's par 4, so that's why it's par 71. Based on the tee shots here, how far of an approach shot on a 545-yard par 4 do you think these guys are gonna have it?
If they hit a really good tee shot, they're gonna have 220 in.
Because you're thinking they could probably drive it 320?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still a 6-5 driving iron, somewhere in that.
Regular conditions, you're not gonna see the second cut, right? This second cut is just for the tournament.
No, that's just fairway, yeah. And that rough looks like the second cut.
It's just to narrow the fairways.
Yeah, what Alex is walking in is probably not far off from the normal rough. Maybe a tick longer.
No, it's thicker than that, I bet. All right, let's see these guys' approach shots in.
So all of them are pretty tight. Look at all of them. Stuart Sink's obviously over the bunker on the left, in the rough. These other two guys are right in the fairway.
Oh, it didn't run up.
Keep going. Oh, that's a bad break. That was a really good shot. Okay, so he missed just right. Looks like he's right fringe, maybe right rough, just to the green. Oh, he overdrew it. Overdrew it. The other thing I'm finding is when you want information on a shot, you go to the caddy. You don't go to the player. It's like if you want to know what club they just hit, if you want to know what number they had, if you want to know what their starting line was, the players aren't asking other players that. Players go straight to the caddy and say, what was your number there? What did he hit? All that. All right, let's see what Stuart Sink can do out of the rough here on the left. Just threw a dart.
These guys had about 230 into the green. Crazy.
Oh! Okay, so it's pretty cool. Just got to listen to Stuart and his caddy. They put out the umbrella, put the exact line that they wanted from the tee box back to the tee box, then stood on the other side of their line to figure out what point to pick. So what Stuart just picked is that far right chimney on that house. He had the wrong starting line off the tee box, which is why he missed left. This dude, these guys are so precise that he missed left rough, still stuck it on the green, but missed left rough because he had the wrong starting line. So now, going into his book, him and his caddy both wrote the starting line on this hole, and they picked that right chimney, the right edge of the right chimney. Aim small, miss small mentality. And it was cool to see him just kind of go through that together with his caddy.
Is that why I lose like 7 balls a tee shot? I'm not walking the course and picking my starting lines ahead of time?
It's not your swing. It's your start line. You're just choosing the wrong start line.
Not my ball striking.
Yeah. Okay, so Stuart's the only one putting for birdie, right?
Oh, still left it short.
What's he writing in his book right now? Don't miss short right. That's a great lag putt, dude. Because this is not a birdie hole. I doubt these guys are going for birdie. So, I mean, both of those putts for par on a 500-something yard par 4. I mean, these guys are taking pars and they're getting to the 18th tee box as fast as possible. Made it.
Just seems like he putted that way too short, didn't he?
So on hole 17 there, Stuart Sink's the only guy that we saw play the same shot all the way through without throwing down extra practice balls, but he had a tap in par there. The other guys probably got up and down. They hit a couple wedge shots really tight there for par. Yeah. So again, I think we just saw 4 pars, but maybe 1 bogey because out of the left rough here.
No one was outside the ropes like I was.
No, they kept it inside the ropes. Their passes are inside the ropes. That's where they keep their balls too, I think.
I didn't do that.
Let's head back to the 17th tee and let's see how Trevor and I did.
We're playing the furthest back tees that we possibly can. It's playing 525. I think tournament time is going to play about 600.
Like these guys are considered old men, senior guys, seasoned. They're not old, and they're still going to absolutely destroy us.
Show me. Huh. Didn't cut. Played that full cut.
All right, it's all right. Might have some tree trouble, but it's par 5. It's par 5.
Aiming at that chimney down there. Yep.
Yeah, good swing.
I might be in the go zone.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Feel good to crush one right down the middle?
Yeah, these tees are no joke though. Like, this course is playing tough. I don't think the Champions Tour gets nearly the credit it deserves.
No, they are still phenomenal golfers.
I mean, like can you go out and beat Bernard Langer?
No. I watched him beat Tiger. If you had to put a handicap on these guys, what would it be? It's got to be in the pluses still.
Probably. Can I tell you something? I made a colossal mistake today. I have on my chubby shorts. I'm a chubby guy, one of my favorite pair of shorts. Not good golf shorts. For some reason, inexplicably, they have no left pocket.
It really sucks for you. I'm gonna play a draw, 7-iron draw, kind of around this tree, leave myself a full shot in.
Okay.
Is the goal.
Yeah, just sling it around that. Yep, you did sling it. How far away are you?
240.
All right.
I mean, that was a sick shot. Alex, you push record on that one? That's the best one you're gonna see from me today. All right, so you had like 40 yards on me. That's all right. Let's chill.
What do we got?
223.
223. 223, that means it's 9-wood time. Love this 9-wood going at attacking flags because it's just gonna go high and just sit. Should hold the green. Oh, just pushed it. Man, that was it too. Oh, I think I caught the cart path.
Yeah, right at that plywood.
Hit it good, just open face.
All right, let's go check the damage.
Oh.
I ran you over, Alex. Ran it right over. That's my bad.
I started licking my chops thinking I was gonna eagle this one. Turns out it's hard to hit 2 good shots in a row.
Who'd have thought?
Short-sighted myself. Definitely don't want to be short-sighted like this. All right, Sawyer, I think I'm gonna have to go with one of your famous FFs here.
Okay, let's see it.
Or not famous FF, just the FF, which stands for famous flop.
Oh, he has no idea this is bleeds all the way.
Little 30-yarder. Wet conditions. I don't think we're going to get much spin here.
Everything runs away once it hits the screen. Oh, and he scolded it. Oh, no.
Might be over. That held pretty good. My FF did not hold. That's because it flew it. Can't hold a green if you fly it. All right.
Yeah, good shot.
All right, I got to look for par after my chipping disaster here. You know, I think I'd be playing better if I had a caddy.
I'd be playing better if I had somebody hitting shots for me, I think.
Oh, birdie, baby. Nice.
Well done. Back to even after that 3-putt. Yeah, give me. Take a little of that juice.
No.
Ooh, slid on you.
It's never hit it. Bogey. That was a bad bogey.
See, when you do that, when you go bogey, birdie, you really start hating yourself for that 3-putt. Because right now I could be 1 under. But can't press it. You gotta play your game. All right, so I'm ecstatic with my up and down I had there. So birdie on my card, but on the tournament here card, I parred, saved a par. Trev walked me through that hole for you.
Bogey on my card.
We
Double
both
bogey,
missed left.
Double bogey. Yeah. No, I was right down the middle, and then I missed my approach shot went right. And
you were in here.
I thought I hit a great up and down, but I flew the green.
Yeah.
But now we're getting into the signature hole 18. This is an awesome hole. Cottage is all down the right. Now, if you're staying in the cottage, you're in no danger this weekend. When I'm playing here, you're in danger.
Speaking of cottages, are you a cottage cheese guy?
No.
No. Throwing some peaches in there, you're not even dabbling?
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want nothing to do with cottage cheese.
My bad. I like cottage cheese.
You have a steak and then a big heaping pile of mashed potatoes, and you go for a big bite of mashed potatoes and eat it, only to realize it's mushed up cauliflower.
Oh,
disguised as mashed potatoes. My wife.
Oh no.
Tasted like feet.
Honestly, I take the steak and I anger management that against the wall. You're not gonna fool me. This is my house.
If I went into it with a game plan, you could properly execute and plan ahead for mushed up cauliflower, I can figure out a way.
Yeah, you can act your way around.
But when I go in thinking I'm about to have mashed potatoes and gravy,
no, you can't disguise that first bite.
You can't go unprepared. If you're gonna get through a mushed cauliflower meal, it requires preparation.
Yeah, you got to have game mode on. You got to be ready to pound that first bite and then just move it around your plate.
You need good hydration.
Mm-hmm. Good attitude.
But obviously the shot here is just right over those traps, and then you got a nice wedge in.
Yep. So if you're going to go 3-wood, you're going right down the middle at the big groups. If you're going to take the risk and go driver, there's a guy with a big sun hat in the bunker. You can be aggressive, but you can't miss right because it's OB. If you go right of right of the cart path, there's a creek and then cottages, that's OB. So you're taking a lot of risk by taking driver. So most of the guys today through the tournament, I think are going to go 3-wood and hit one safe down the middle of the fairway. Great swing. So I just asked a caddy a second ago, they don't know which days they're playing these tees and those tees, but the guys are going down there and they're also hitting a tee shot from the lower boxes because they're gonna, I think 2 days in this box, 2 days in that box, but we don't quite know the combo yet. Somebody does, but nobody we've talked to yet.
These guys were wearing visors in the 90s on tour, and they just haven't changed their ways.
They're not getting free hats like they used to, so they gotta use their back stock of visors.
You know what else has like shifted to an old guy thing?
What's that?
And I just never thought I would get old myself on getting on the older side, pushing 40.
Yeah, hey.
Jordans are now the old guys wearing Jordans.
Rocco.
Yeah.
Rocco's wearing Jordans.
They were the guys watching them in the 80s and 90s. Now all the young kids never seen Jordan play. obviously.
They're in the FootJoys.
They're back in the
They're
FootJoys.
premiers.
They flip-flopped. So this is a crazy approach shot. You got to clear this lake, which is not a problem. Obviously, these guys are going to have a short wedge in.
From this angle, it doesn't look terrible, but everything flies to the right. So I would imagine these guys are going to go at it, but be short and right. The other thing I've noticed with these guys right now is the practice round is just as much for them to make sure that they're ready for the hole, but their yardage book. These guys have their rangefinders out, they have their alignment, they're taking notes, they're getting everything dialed. So that way come tomorrow when it's go time, their yardage book is their best friend. Oh, what did I say, Alex? What did I say of where you want to be? Just short and right, uphill putt for birdie. Oh, be right, be right. Oh. The other thing you can't see, Alex, is how sloped this fairway is left to right. So with how sloped this fairway is, everything is gonna fade. So you see how much side spin he had going right there? You can't really see it on camera, but it slopes pretty heavily left to right here. Again, the valley being over here, the mountains being on the left. So like these guys, everything is gonna be a fade bias. We saw 2 come up short, 3 after that one just spun. Because anything that fades for these right-handers is gonna be extra spinny. Plus the green's gonna fly that way. You wanna be short right? Look at all 4 balls on the green. Did I call that or what? So I think all of those guys just got up and down. I didn't see any birdies, but I did see 4 pars. Like obviously they're dropping balls, they're running putts again, but I think that's 4 pars again. So what are we, through 3 holes, everybody's parred. No birdies, right? We're gonna watch one approach shot. So these guys have to come over the water into this green. We just wanna see some of these iron shots, these wedge shots in. Sit. It's gone. Brutal. What a good shot, too. Spin. Yeah, that's real good. Oh no, it's gotta stop. Stop. So we just watched the pros play. These pros are hitting 1 tee shot from each box, 1 iron shot. But when they get around the green, they're dropping 3 or 4 balls all the way around the green. They're doing multiple putts, they're doing multiple chips. These guys care about dialing in the strokes around the greens. I think that's where the strokes are made, winners are made.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the tee and let's see how 2 amateurs did. If that's full of people and you can hear the murmuring and the rustling and people telling their kids to be quiet,
Yeah.
what does that do to you over a putt?
I can't make the putt if I'm out here all alone. So, I mean,
You have pressure. You have
put
pressure
any
all by
kind
yourself.
of pressure. You put any kind of pressure on me. All right, that waters comes into play here. I don't think we can go driver here, huh?
No, I don't even think 3 would in the downslope.
Yeah, I think
No, you need 3 wood. You need 3 wood. So we were on strict orders that we were not allowed to touch the US Open tee box. So we're respecting that. So we're playing as far back as we can. Just like Trevor said on the last one. Oh, you slipped.
Yep, the old slipper. Yeah, that's perfect. I think I'm in trouble. I'm barely in play, but you can see I'm real close to the white stakes. I think I gotta kick it out left here, don't you?
I think so.
Or how far is the green?
The green's way up there. 145 to the start of the green.
Yeah, I just don't trust. I think I can draw it over this house.
Over the cottages.
But I don't want to risk a line drive. What do you think, Alex? This is a fancy place. I don't know.
We still got to be invited back to finish the rest of the video.
Okay, I get it. I'm thinking if I go right at that chimney, just a slinger around that chimney. There's no one out on their porch having coffee or anything. We just got to take our medicine here.
Got it. Yeah.
All right, fairway. Back in the fairway. If this was my home course, I'm slinging it around. But I just can't do it here. I don't trust myself. Did you think I left it short?
I did. I thought you left it right in the rough. All right, 143 playing 140. I don't think I want to mess with that greenside bunker. So you see that cart left of the pin? I think that's what I'm going for. Be right.
Nice. All right, I got 130. Looks like based on the way Tate's kicked, it's gonna bleed hard right. So I'm gonna aim left to that flag. Not attacking the flag at all. Ah, pushed it.
Annie.
Heavy, really heavy.
It's below your feet. That's easy to do sometimes. You just don't want to thin it, so then you overdo it.
Plus
Go
this
too
water,
down
I'm
on
like,
it.
I'm not thinning it into this.
You don't want to play the master skip shot. Knees in. It's the last thing we need is you tearing your groin.
My groin.
You grab
Skin
your
in the
knee.
knee. Oh yeah, just full hyperextension.
Yeah.
Just groin off the bone.
Yep.
This does not seem like it's gonna be a fun pitch shot. So about 30 yards or so. So this pin's way in the front, short-sided again. Tate's been helping me out with course management. So I had a similar pitch shot last week and I was trying to tuck it in close to the flag, ended up in the bunker. So Tate's been helping me just not get overly cute, and he's just been like, get it on the green and then worry about putting after. So that's what we're gonna do. See, a little strong.
Yeah, great shot.
A little strong, but that's okay.
So there's rules here, obviously. I've never played it, but I would imagine, kind of like when you play mountain courses or ocean courses, if you talk to the starter, they're always like, everything goes towards the ocean. Everything goes towards the valley. So far, we've only played the 3 holes, but everything seems to be going east. Everything breaks off of the mountains. And this is the 3rd green in a row that we've seen that.
And it's just me, these greens are slingers, man.
Dude, they're beautiful.
They're slinging golf balls. That's cool, Alex is right in my line, that's fine.
You can make putts out here, though, because they roll so true. Take the par.
Good par.
Thanks.
So this one, I just feel like I have to breathe on it. And it's gonna start slinging hard. Play this way outside and very, very slow. Or I'm gonna putt it slow. It's gonna be fast. Look how fast that is.
I mean, that was a great putt. End over end. Nice.
Nice double bogey, sweet brother.
4-footer on a slinging line. Hey, great holes.
Yeah,
Alex,
this
that's
is
even
tough
par.
out here, man.
Will there be any pros that are 4 over through the last 3? I bet. I bet somebody will. There you have it. So through these 3 holes, I was even par on the normal scorecard, +1 on the US Open scorecard. Trevor?
It was higher.
It wasn't great. I'm sure there's going to be some of these guys that struggle just the same as our big boss here did.
You gotta stay below the hole. You gotta be short of this pin. If you have that flag stick tomorrow,
Yeah,
you can't be putting back down this hill.
yeah. Either way, even though we're at 6,000 feet, the USGA did a phenomenal job of making this course extremely
You're
difficult.
gonna make your money around the greens.
Yeah, they're going to make their money around the greens, being below the hole like a US Open should be. This rough is really thick. They're out here raking it every couple of hours. So when this is matted down from us standing on it, but it's thick. So these guys are still extremely good. It's insane how good these guys are and how far they hit the ball. They're still way better than us. So that whole theory, like a scratch golfer that's in his 30s could take on these guys, it's not gonna happen. These guys are still pluses, significant pluses. Hope you guys liked it. Let us know in the comment section what tournament we need to do next. And let's hope for a great US Open here.